Welcome to my Ninja Turtles channel. How are you? I'm coming back from the future. I'm coming back from the year 2024. I've seen all of 2023. I know what happens. I've seen Mutant Mayhem. I've celebrated the 20th anniversary of the 2003 show. I've celebrated the 30th anniversary of the 1993 movie. And I even know what happens in the Armageddon game. Not really. I'm just kidding around. I don't know what happens, but guess what? I'm making predictions anyway. Because here at my Ninja Turtles channel, we do whatever the shell we want. So we will be making predictions for 2023 Ninja Turtles World. Today, we're going to be making predictions about the movies. We're going to be making predictions about Ninja Turtle toys, video games, and a whole lot more. And we're going to review my 2022 predictions. So type a T in the chat, Mutation Nation. Get ready. Get excited. It's going to be a great show. Let's go! Welcome to my Ninja Turtles channel. This is the Ninja Turtles Show. Cowabunga! Your weekly live stream every Turtle Tuesday covering Ninja Turtles toys, cartoons, news, movies, comics, video games, and more. Whatever the show we want. Today's show is no different. Today, we are talking about 2022 and 2023. Looking back and looking forward. So type a T in the chat for Turtles. Type a T in the chat. Type a T in the comments for Turtles if you like the Ninja Turtles. It's going to be a great show, so thank you for joining me. There's going to be a lot to talk about today here on the Ninja Turtles Show. So thank you for joining me. Who do we have? Big and Soft Raffy, SRP2, Eric Duchamp. Welcome. Welcome to the Ninja Turtles Show. Should be a good show. We're going to look back and we're going to look forward. Going to do a little bit of a year in review kind of thing. We're going to make some predictions about 2023. We're going to make predictions about movies, video games, a little bit of everything, toys. So thank you for joining me. Thank you again. And make sure to like the video, subscribe to my Ninja Turtles channel here on YouTube. And also make sure to subscribe over on Rumble, rumble.com/my Ninja Turtles channel. And also follow on Twitter, my TMNT channel. How are you? How is everyone doing today? So, first thing I wanted to get to after the plugs are out of the way. This Saturday, New Year's Eve day, 12/31/2022. The 2022 TMNT Awards. It's going to be a night of ninjutsu magic. Are you ready to believe? Well, get ready to believe. It's going to be a great award show. All sorts of awards. Best comic book of the year. Best Last Ronin figure of the year, best fan film of the year, and we're even going to do a Lifetime Achievement Award. So it's going to be just like an award show. That's the trophy. The lovely turtle trophy on screen. Haven't given it a name yet. The Shellys, the Uzis, I don't know, the TMNTs. Does anyone have a good name for that trophy? I haven't come up with a good name yet. But it will be happening noon, New York time, this Saturday. TMNT Awards. I hope to see you there. Now, we can get into the meat of the show, and we can talk about 2022 and talk about 2023. So a lot happened. A lot happened in 2022 in the Ninja Turtles world. Way back in January 2022, Ninja Turtles were rumored to be added to Fortnite. So that was a rumor way back in January. We also heard in January that the 2023 movie, The Next Chapter as it was then known, the release date was moved from August 11th back to August 4th. So, we had more news. February, Shredder was announced for All-Star Brawl. Splinter was revealed as a character for Shredder's Revenge. In February, some concept art was posted for the 2023 movie. And then it was removed. And we learned about the Cowabunga collection. We received the conclusion of the Last Ronin comics. A lot happened this year. Constant NECA toys, pre-orders, announcements for their comic line, cartoon line, and the Last Ronin line. We got the Last Ronin animation, the CGI fan film about the Last Ronin. We got the rise of the TMNT movie. We got the Stranger Things figures, Venus de Milo in the comics, Armageddon game. We celebrated 10 years of the 2012 show. We got the Varner Studios sketchbook of the original toys back from the 80s, the sketches for the original toys. We learned about a second Power Rangers crossover comics, and we even learned about a Ninja Turtles pizza bar and restaurant in Colorado called Casey Jones. Needless to say, 2022 was a very big year for the Turtles, and recently we learned Shredder's Revenge would be coming to mobile via Netflix. Shredder's Revenge would be coming to the Netflix mobile app, a game you can play on mobile. And we also learned that McFarlane Toys might be taking over the toys instead of Playmates for the 2023 movie. So this year has been chocked full of Ninja Turtle news. That was a real quick year in review. And a lot of predictions I made back in 2021 in a video that's on my channel called TMNT Predictions for 2022. So we're going to be reviewing these predictions. We're going to be reviewing the predictions I made last year, and then we're going to go over some new predictions for 2023. So it'll be nice to check out if I was accurate at all. FYI, I don't know anything about anything. I'm just some crazy guy on the internet. So we're going to go back in time, and then we're going to go forward in time. And we're going to even watch the video that I made last year in 2021. How's it going? CC Sunshine, excuse me, that's a tongue twister. TMNT Fan 47, Pickle Pap, SRP2. How's it going, everybody? Thank you for joining me. Cece has a TMNT birthday cake. Oh, very nice. Very cool. Shredder's Revenge for Christmas. Well, thanks for joining me, everybody. And how are we going to judge these predictions? Okay, 2022 predictions. I boiled it down into 10 predictions, 10 points each for 100 points total. If I get it right, 10 points. If it's partially correct, 5 points. And if I just get it wrong, it's going to be 0 points. So that's how we're going to start it off. Oh, JR24 is here. Bonjour, of course. Oh, pronounced Kiki, not Cece. Pardon me. Kiki. Welcome, Kiki Sunshine. Much easier to say that way, not a tongue twister. So the first group of predictions are toys. So we're going to go back and watch my video from 2021 that has my predictions for 2022. Okay, here we go. Here is the toys predictions from the video. Here we go. Ninja Turtle toys. The Ninja Turtles collectible market may be at peak saturation right now over the next few years. I think the generation who grew up during Turtle Mania has disposable income now because they're in their 30s and 40s. It seems like there's been a constant stream of new toys, figures, and collectibles to purchase recently. In addition to the supply of toys, I expect the price of collectibles and new figures to continue to increase with supply issues and inflation. We'll probably see more new releases from lots of toy companies, and the secondary market will continue to be active. And Playmates will probably re-release the wildly unpopular Classic Collection line of figures again. Wow, so there we go. That was the clip of the toys for my 2022 predictions. And I just wanted to boil it down here into what the predictions were, and then we can go over them and see if they were accurate at all. So the first thing I suggested back in 2021, what would happen in 2022? I said that there would be a supply and price increase. Prices would go up and so would the supply. Lots of toy choices from lots of different companies. And I would say that in 2022, that was correct. We got the Gorilla figure, $75 for one figure. So $75, it's a very nice figure, but $75 is pretty steep for a toy. And we had great toy releases from tons of different companies. And one of these toy releases we got was the Last Ronin Supreme Edition statue. So this is a statue. It was $1,600. $1,600 for a statue. It's like 2.5 feet tall. It's great. It's beautiful, but that is a lot of money. So the price definitely went up. The availability, the number of toys went up. Budward says the Super 7s are crazy expensive. Some of them definitely can be. Some of those earlier waves and all that, they're tough to find and a lot of expensive toys. So for this prediction, this is prediction number 1 back from 2022. I would say I got that one right. Definitely got a lot of releases from a lot of companies. NECA, Super 7, Funko, Playmates. And the next prediction I made was an active secondary market, like where resellers, eBay and stuff. Primary market is when you buy the toy like directly from a store. And then secondary market is when people are reselling it. So active secondary market. I don't think this one was, I don't think this came as true as I liked it to be. I think the collector's boom of 2020 and 2021 kind of fizzled out in in this year. 2022, things seem to slow down. Collectors' prices seem to drop. Maybe the free COVID money stopped and stuff like that. So people bought a little bit less on the secondary. eBay, second toys, secondary market toys, reselling kind of went down this year, I think. And the next thing I predicted, is that Playmates would re-release the Classic Collection line of toys again. And this is the Classic Collection line of toys, of course. And Playmates likes to reuse these sculpts. And in 2022, they did re-release these sculpts as the Street Fighters versus Ninja Turtles figures. You can see the knee pads are the same, and the letter on the belt buckle and the bandana. They retooled the face a little. They retooled the torso. They kind of dirtied it up. And they painted the pads black, but you can see it's the same figure, oversized chest, same figure. They reused it. And they also reused this sculpt back in 2021 for the Cobra Kai Ninja Turtles figures. So it's a great sculpt, but I knew Playmates was going to reuse it. They reuse it all the time, and it's a cool sculpt. So this prediction for 2022, I would say I got that correct as well. So that was a nice one. Next section is movies. So what happened in 2022 in the movies? What did I predict way back in 2021? Let's take a listen.
Ninja Turtle movies. I predict we'll get lots of news and updates for all the upcoming movies. I think there are 3 or 4, or maybe even more movies in the works right now for the Ninja Turtles, depending on how you count them. And I expect lots of rumors and speculation over the next year. We may even get word about another new movie. But at the same time, I also wouldn't be surprised if 1 or 2 of these movies gets completely scrapped in 2022.
So those were my predictions about movies. In 2022, I made that back in 2021. And what were the predictions I made? Lots of news and updates. And I have to say for this one, we didn't get that much news about the Rise of the Turtles movie. The first half of the year, I wasn't sure if this movie was going to come out. I wasn't sure if it had been shelved permanently. We were supposed to get the Rise movie in 2020, then in 2021, and then in 2022, I didn't hear anything about it. I didn't know if it was even going to come out. But eventually it did come out, and that was nice. But for the Seth Rogen 2023 movie, originally in the first part of the year, it was called The Next Chapter. Does anyone remember that? It seems like ancient history at this point. But the 2023 Seth Rogen movie was called The Next Chapter. And we got some concept art back in February, and it was removed afterwards. And then we learned the title would actually be Mutant Mayhem. And then recently we got these kind of leaked character designs. Maybe this is true, maybe it's not. So we ended up getting a little bit of news for the Seth Rogen movie. And we even learned its release date got moved up a date from the 11th to the 4th of August. So for this prediction, I would have to say that was kind of a question mark. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not sure if it was, I don't know how accurate that prediction was. We got lots of news for the Seth Rogen movie to an extent, but not a lot for the Rise movie. So I'm going to give that one a kind of didn't get it right. I don't know. I can be honest with myself. Wasn't perfect prediction. But the next prediction I made was we may learn of another new movie, or a movie might drop off. So for this one, we learned about the villain-centric movies in the works, the villain-driven movies coming straight to Paramount Plus. We learned this is going to be a new line of movies for the Turtles, straight to streaming. But we haven't heard that much about the Colin Jost live-action Turtles movie. I don't know if this was Platinum Dunes. So for this prediction, I would have to say that I got this prediction correct. We learned of another new movie, and then one dropped off. So the next prediction is the Rise. Oh, here's the next prediction. Here it is.
Bonus prediction. We will finally get to see the Rise of the TMNT movie, pushed back to 2023.
So that was my prediction. Rise pushed to 2023. And I made it as a joke a little bit. It was kind of a silly prediction, but it was wrong. So I can let you know that I was wrong about that. I was just kind of joking around, but hey, did not get that one right. That was a 0-pointer. That was a 0-pointer. Incorrect. Geeky says incorrect, and that is true. No Rise movie pushed back to 2023. It was great to see the Rise movie released this year. I just thought it got pushed in 21. Maybe it'll get pushed in 2022. So the next group of predictions are about comics. Let's watch the video back from 2021 featuring my 2022 predictions.
Ninja Turtle comics. I expect the comics to focus on The Last Ronin and announce a follow-up to The Last Ronin miniseries. Those books were highly successful, and I think that the darker reimagined storytelling might be a more successful template for the Turtles moving forward. However, the main ongoing IDW run will continue its current path. Bobby Curnow, the TMNT editor, recently wrote that even though there are lots of complaints about the current Sophie Campbell run of the Turtles, Nickelodeon loves what Sophie is doing, which doesn't surprise me with some of the content Nickelodeon has been sharing recently.
So, those were my comic predictions for 2022 way back in 2021. First thing I predicted was a Last Ronin focus, a focus on Last Ronin, and as I predicted as well a follow-up to The Last Ronin. And we did receive the conclusion of The Last Ronin. We got the 5th issue of The Last Ronin, the final issue of The Last Ronin miniseries, concluded in 2022. And we also learned of The Last Ronin Lost Years, a follow-up to the Last Ronin series. We learned of a follow-up. So that one, I would say that was a pretty good prediction, and I would say that was correct. They focused on The Last Ronin, it was a big seller, and they announced a follow-up. And the next thing I predicted was the main series will not change course. I thought it would continue to focus on Mutant Town. I thought it would continue to focus on Jennika and Sheena's relationship and some of the more drama-oriented, the more romance-oriented kind of stuff. But this prediction, I would say, as soon as issue 125 came out, this issue 125 came out in January, and it was a new artist, Pablo Tunica, great artist. Pablo Tunica was brought on, so the art style changed, the punk frogs were brought on, and the tone definitely changed. So I don't know how wrong I was there. I was very wrong. I thought it was going to stay the same, and it definitely changed. And the main series wasn't the only thing that changed. We also learned about Armageddon Game. So I was double wrong about this one. The tone of the comic changed, and they went into an action-heavy kind of focus. So this one, I would say I was absolutely wrong. The main series did change. It was no longer focused on Jennika, the female turtle. Kind of opened it up to the Rat King and the whole Armageddon Game miniseries. Definitely a tonal change. Shredder becoming an ally and a mentor of the Turtles. Oroku Saki. So the next group of predictions I made was about video games. Let's watch the video from 2021 that I made predictions for 2022. Here's the video game section.
Ninja Turtle video games. The Turtles will experience a revival of video game popularity as the TMNT will be featured in their own games as well as in others. I expect the Turtles to continue being a popular cameo or featured character in console and mobile games. A Ninja Turtle skin or unlockable character is always a good choice. We may even get to see more fan-made Turtle video games in 2022. What are your predictions for 2022?
So there we go. Those were my predictions for video games. Back in 2021 that I made about 2022, and I said there will be a revival of Ninja Turtles video game popularity. And I would have to say between Shredder's Revenge and the Cowabunga collection that this prediction was a pretty good prediction. I would say that is true. Ninja Turtle video games did receive a bump in popularity in 2022. Shredder's Revenge was popular. It sold 1 million copies in the first week, and Cowabunga Collection did very well also. So I would say that is a true prediction that I made. And one more prediction, TMNT, good choice for video games and cameos. The Ninja Turtles and their original 1987 series voice actors were featured in the Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3 Slime Speedway game. So the Turtles were a featured character in this game, another popular game. And you could see SpongeBob is even driving the party wagon on the cover and Raph in the background. And this would confirm to me, yes, Ninja Turtles is a good choice for video games. There's great characters, great variety, a lot of choices. So those are all of my 2022 predictions that I made way back in 2021. I just reviewed them. Looks like I was a little hit and miss. Some of them I got right, some I definitely got wrong. So I totaled up the points. 10 points per prediction, total of 100 points available. I got about 70%. So, 70 points. 70%. So, I don't know, fairly accurate. But the thing I got to admit, some of these predictions were pretty vague. Some of these predictions were pretty open-ended. You know, I predicted that toys would be popular. What a one. I'm practically Nostradamus. The toys would be popular. Obviously, toys would be popular. Obviously, The Last Ronin would be popular. It was 4 out of 5 issues were already out at that point. It was already popular. So this year, for 2023, I tried to make my predictions a little bit more challenging than my predictions that I did for 2022. So now it is time Without further ado, it is time for my 2023 TMNT predictions. Are you ready? What are your predictions for 2023? Do any of you have any predictions? Type them in the chat and I'll read out some of your predictions as we go along. I'm curious to know what all of you think. I even divided my predictions into some categories. So if you have any predictions, let me know. So the categories, the villain movies, the villain-driven movies, Mutant Mayhem, the big budget AAA Ninja Turtles video game, made some predictions about the toys, made some predictions about the 20th anniversary of the 2003 show, and some bonus predictions. So, let us dive into the predictions. What is the first category? The villain movies. So the first prediction is for the villain movies. And of course, the Ninja Turtles villain spin-off movies are coming. The villain spin-off movies are coming pretty soon. Hopefully pretty soon. And who will be in the villain movies? My prediction number 1, Baxter Stockman will be featured in the villain movies. Baxter Stockman will be featured in the villain spin-off movies. You of course know Baxter Stockman. He was introduced in the second issue of the Ninja Turtles comic books way back in the 80s. Baxter Stockman, kind of a mad scientist, inventor, character, creator of the Mousers. And he's been in every version of the Ninja Turtles TV shows except for Next Mutation. He was in 87, 2003, he was in 2012, and he was in Rise as well. He's been in the 2016 movie. Baxter Stockman, very popular character. Prediction number 1, Baxter Stockman will be featured in the villain-driven movies. Pickle says, I think Shredder is going to be in it. Budward says, Volume 4, re-release. Big and Soft Raffi, Rise of the TMNT, coming back. Okay, so next group of predictions. Mutant Mayhem. Mutant Mayhem is the next category for my 2023 predictions. And what was my prediction for Mutant Mayhem? $200+ million at the box office. $200+ million. That means it's going to be a pretty successful movie, fairly successful. Maybe top 20, 25 movies of the year, something like that. I think we'll definitely get a trailer. But I wanted to be a little more specific. I wanted to get really dialed in and really, I'm probably going to get 0 predictions correct for 2023, but $200+ million box office. I don't know if that's going to be domestic or worldwide. I don't know. I'm kind of leaving myself some wiggle room on that one, but that's my prediction for Mutant Mayhem coming out August 4th, 2023. Just a few months away, really. We're almost on the home stretch. I predict we'll probably get some leaks and trailer stuff soon. It seems like it's leaking out whether they wanted to or not. Saw the news about McFarlane toys and some characters you may recognize going to be featured in Mutant Mayhem. So the next category is the big budget AAA Ninja Turtles video game. We heard news about this in 2022, but we didn't learn what the game was going to be about. So my prediction for the 2023 video game, the AAA Ninja Turtles video game, if the AAA Ninja Turtles big budget video game isn't for Mutant Mayhem, I predict that the big budget video game will be for the 1987 series. Yes, a revival of the original cartoon from the 80s, the 1987 series. I bet they get the old voice cast back together, and I bet they have a new video game featuring the most popular, most iconic version of the Turtles, the original cartoon version. And that's if it's not based on Mutant Mayhem. I think it will probably be based on Mutant Mayhem, so this one I'm giving myself a little bit of wiggle room again. If it's not based on Mutant Mayhem, it's going to be based on the 1987 show. Or it'll feature the 1987 show. Maybe it'll feature all 4 versions of the cartoons, Rise, 2012, 03, and the original show. Who knows? But what I do know is I have another group of predictions. That was prediction for 2023, number 3. Next group, toys. Ninja Turtles toys in 2023. Prediction for toys in Ninja Turtles 2023. Getting really specific here. Ninja Turtles Super Mario. Well, that's not Super Mario. How unprofessional. There's Super Mario. Ninja Turtles Super Mario. Both created in the 80s. Both very popular. Both have a movie coming out in 2023. The Super Mario Brothers movie is coming out in a bit. And the Turtles will have a movie coming out as well. 2 very popular franchises. A lot of characters. Princess Peach, April O'Neil, You get Wario, Luigi, Shredder, the Turtle Brothers. There's a whole cast of characters from the Mario Brothers and Ninja Turtles. I know I'm not the first person to suggest this, but I think this is the time when this could come true. So that is prediction number 4. Ninja Turtles, Super Mario Brothers toys are a mashup like they did the Stranger Things, the Street Fighters figures, all that kind of 2 in a box. Next prediction, number 5. Mecha will announce a Vanilla Ice figure. Yes, Vanilla Ice, Go Ninja, Go Ninja Go. Cool cameo in the Secret of the Ooze movie way back in 1991. Very cool cameo. Vanilla Ice, great song, Ninja Rap. And honestly, Vanilla Ice, talented guy. Ice Ice Baby, great song. So at this point, NECA has made figures for pretty much everyone other than Tatsu and Professor Jordan Perry. And I think we may get a Vanilla Ice figure. I feel like we may get a Vanilla Ice figure. So that's prediction number 5. Another NECA toy. NECA will announce 1993 movie figures. 1993 movie was, of course, the 3rd live-action Ninja Turtles movie where they travel back in time. And they wear samurai costumes. And I think this is a cool look. The Turtles have a new design in the 3rd movie. Some people say the Jim Henson costumes were better. I tend to agree. But these 3rd movie costumes are still pretty cool. And I wouldn't be surprised if NECA announces 1993 movie figures for the 30th anniversary of the 1993 movie. The 30th anniversary of the 1993 movie. Ninja Turtles, where they go back in time. So that's my 3rd toy prediction. Now, moving on to the 2003 show. So the 2003 show will be celebrating its 20th anniversary in 2003. The 2003 show will be 20 years old. 2 decades. We just celebrated 10 years of the 2012 show. And next year, 2023, we're going to be celebrating 2 decades, 20 years of the 2003 show, the 4 Kids, the Foxbox show, 2K3, whatever you call it. And I predict, unfortunately, there will be no DVD set of the complete series. Unfortunately, for the Ninja Turtles 2003 show, there will be no DVD complete set featured. The complete series, there will be no HD upgrade. There will be no Blu-ray, DVD, complete mastering, remaster. You know, there's going to be no behind-the-scenes info, any of that stuff. Very unfortunate news, but I predict we will not get anything. And while I'm talking about the 2003 show and the 20th anniversary, I also predict there will be no new 2003 figures. There will be no retro vintage figures. There will be no revival of the 2003 show. There will be no retro look back. Honestly, the original figures for the 2003 show were pretty good. Just the original mass retail figures were really cool. They've got a great look. They look like the original Mirage Turtles, and we know that Peter Laird was at the helm of this show, and Peter Laird really had a lot of input on the decisions that the show would make and the toys and everything. So let's type a T in the chat for Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman real fast. Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman, co-creators of the Ninja Turtles. T in the chat for the co-creators of the Ninja Turtles. T for Turtles. T for thank you to Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman. So Peter Laird had his hands on the reins of the 2003 show, and the original toys were really good. So unfortunately, we're not going to get any retro NECA figures or any kind of stuff like that in 2023 for the 20th anniversary of the 2003 show. The show is up on Paramount Plus in the US, all 7 seasons, but no Blu-ray, no remaster. They'll do a celebration and an anniversary of some sort, but that will be it, unfortunately. So the next thing I wanted to mention, some bonus predictions. That's it. We're going into the bonus category. Old Turtle Den will get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Old Turtle Den, of course, probably the biggest Ninja Turtle channel on YouTube, an inspiration to me. Great channel, great videos, great content from the Old Turtle Den. And the Ninja Turtles are going to be experiencing a popular year. And this is the most popular YouTube channel. When you search Ninja Turtles, this is what gets referenced. This is what gets pushed on YouTube. So Old Turtle Den will have 100,000 subscribers. And I'm proud of Old Turtle Den. Never met the guy. Seems like a good guy. Puts out great videos. And I'm going to be very happy for him. So can't wait for that to happen. Big inspiration. Old Turtle Den, 100,000 subscribers. Next prediction. The Last Ronin animation will receive a sequel or a follow-up or something. The Last Ronin animation, of course, came out in 2022. It was based on the Last Ronin comic book, and it's CGI, and it has over 3 million views right now. Can you believe it? This thing was popular. It's about 4 or 5 minutes long. Honestly, I don't know how many views the Rise of the TMNT movie got, but I don't know if it got 3 million views. This Last Ronin animation was wonderful, and Budward says it's a masterpiece, and the person who made the animation was even in my chat last week. Speedo Kagan was in my chat. I felt I was starstruck. I couldn't even say anything about it. It was tough. I was starstruck. I couldn't even give him a shout out or anything. It was amazing to have him in my chat. I was honored. He's a Ninja Turtles legend. So that video was very popular, and I predict the Last Ronin animation will receive a sequel or a follow-up or some sort of follow-up to that video. It was a great video. That was prediction number 10. Prediction number 11, Nickelodeon will return to Twitter. That means the @TMNT account will return to Twitter. Their political protest will end. They won't be able to help themselves. They have stuff to promote. They'll return with their tail in between their legs. And @TMNT will tweet again on Twitter. They haven't tweeted since November 11th. They've been on some sort of protest. So that is the final prediction. Nickelodeon and TMNT will return to Twitter. So those are 11. Those are my TMNT predictions. Those are 11 predictions. Those are 11 predictions for the TMNT Ninja Turtles world in 2023. And Nordic Frost, welcome Nordic Frost, hello. This channel hits 1 million subs and ushers in a new Turtle Empire. Let's go! What a great prediction, Nordic Frost. Thank you so much. So, the predictions I made for 2023, here they are. 2023 predictions. Villain movies, Baxter Stockman will be featured. Mutant Mayhem, 200+ million box office. Big budget AAA. Ninja Turtles video game. If not based on Mutant Mayhem, it'll be based on the 1987 series. Ninja Turtle toys, Ninja Turtles, and Super Mario Brothers. NECA will announce a Vanilla Ice figure. NECA will announce 1993 movie figures. 2003 show, 20th anniversary, no DVD set of the complete series, unfortunately. Prediction number 8 for the 2003 show, no new figures based on the 2003 show. There will be no retro celebration figures or anything like that. And the bonus predictions, Old Turtle Den, 100,000 subscribers, definitely deserves it. Last Ronin animation sequel or a follow-up of some sort, and TMNT and Nickelodeon will return to Twitter. So those are the predictions for 2023. Pretty cool, huh? I don't know about these predictions. Some of these are really specific, and I was just trying to make it extremely hard. Some of these I really don't even believe in that much. But I had to make some predictions, and I wanted them to be measurable. I wanted them to be really fine-tuned. I didn't want to do any... The Ninja Turtles will have fun in 2023, and they will sell some amount of toys. But I didn't make any comic book predictions. Didn't have any real specific predictions for the Armageddon game, the Power Rangers crossover. Nothing, pardon me, nothing really specific for the Usagi Yojimbo comics. So I didn't really make any predictions for the comic books. I am a little bit underwhelmed by Armageddon game right now. I'm afraid Armageddon game will go nowhere. And another couple predictions I was thinking about making for the Mutant Mayhem movie. Possibly a female turtle. Could Raphael be a female in Mutant Mayhem? Could one of the turtles be gay or something? Who knows? Will one of the turtles be a girl? Possibly. Bunch of other stuff I wanted to get to, but I think that's going to be it. Those are the predictions for 2023. Those are my 2023 predictions. Do any of you have any predictions before we go? Any Ninja Turtle predictions for 2023? I think that may be it. I think that may be it. So, got a lot of predictions and a lot of kind of random stuff to get to, honestly. A lot of random predictions. I made a just really specific random stuff. I mean, a Vanilla Ice figure, I don't even know if that's possible. I could have done some research on these. I mean, a Super Mario Brothers figure. I don't know what the licensing rules are or anything like that. I don't know what's going on. So some of these are pretty much random. But I was going to pretty cool just get lots of crossovers and mashups in the comics, but I wanted something more specific. So pretty random. I'm probably going to get 0% next year when we review these, but these were my predictions for this year. These are the categories, 11 predictions for 2023. What do you think? I don't know. I think that's it. Way Past Cool wants a Batman vs. TMNT animated sequel. JR24, maybe Alex Ross will do a comic book cover. Budward, TMNT/Daredevil. Why not? Nordic Frost, I dare NECA to make new 2003 toys. Yeah, we dare you, NECA. Huh? Are you too scared, NECA, to make the figures? Are you yellow? You got a yellow belly, NECA? We dare you. So, a lot of good predictions. A lot of good predictions. A fighting game made by NetherRealm Studios. Kiki makes a bold prediction. So, those are going to be the predictions for 2023. Oh, what a show. That was a lot of work. I covered 2 years in one show. That was tough covering all of 2022. In 2023, there's a lot to look forward to. Mutant Mayhem, villain movies, AAA video game, Armageddon game, Power Rangers, Usagi. There's a ton to look forward to. 30th anniversary of the 93 movie, 20th anniversary of 2003. And guess what? 2024 is the 40th anniversary of the Turtles. So I think all Turtles fans will be celebrating in 2023, and all Turtle fans will be celebrating in 2024, of course. Professor Jordan Perry will be celebrating up in heaven, of course. Professor Jordan Perry. Even the 1987 Turtles will be celebrating. They're even going to be getting in on it too. Hopefully they'll be having a lot of fun as well. So that's going to be a T for Turtles. T for thanks Turtles for doing all the cool stuff. Big thanks to Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman, of course. T for them. T for Turtles if you like the Turtles in the chat and in the comments. Type a T if you like the Ninja Turtles. Type a T, and type a T for yourselves as well. T for thank you from me. T from me to you. I'll type a T in the chat as well. Just wanted to say thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me. And guess what? The next live stream, I do a live stream every Saturday and every Tuesday. And that means the next live stream for the Mutation Nation will be this Saturday. The TMNT Awards for 2022. The 2022 TMNT Awards, 12/31/22, this Saturday at noon New York time. It's going to be a big day, big award show, noon New York time on Saturday. This Saturday, the 2022 TMNT Awards. It's going to be a night of ninjutsu, Lifetime Achievement Award. We're going to get Best Comic Book of the Year, Best Last Ronin Figure of the Year, Best Ninja Turtles Video Game of the Year. A lot of stuff coming up this Saturday, noon New York time. Big day, live stream every Tuesday and every Saturday. If you haven't, like the video, subscribe to My Ninja Turtles channel on YouTube and Rumble. Follow on Twitter at MyTMNT channel. New Year's Eve, big award show. New Year's Eve, Ninja Turtles New Year's Eve, a night of ninjutsu. Get ready to believe. So that's going to be it for me. What a long show. Thank you for joining me. Can't wait to see you on Saturday. It's going to be a black tie affair on Saturday as well. It's going to be a very refined, very classy, glamorous New Year's Eve party award show for the Ninja Turtles. So make sure to tune in. Thank you for joining me. Wow, I've said a lot this episode. Wow, I've said a lot. A lot of talking. My throat is sore. I'm tired. I need to go take a break. I need to go take a rest. I guess there's just one thing left to say, right? Cowabunga! Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment and share this video. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more Ninja Turtles videos like this.